is for experienced professionals who are having some sort of experience in the industry, say 5 years of experience in some stream, and they want to switch into DevOps and cloud, which is very common. I have seen a lot of people are reaching out with that question. So my suggestion to such people or people who are trying to do this is that it's a great move, depending upon looking at the jobs, the legacy jobs like maybe test automation or a network engineer on a data center, those sort of roles. If people add some more value, they learn few technologies and become a DevOps or cloud engineer, their career can be you know be longer and also high reward as well associated with such a move. But at the same time, if you project yourself as a fresher in DevOps and cloud, you are actually going to compete with thousands of other freshers and other such experts who would have just passed out of college or that sort of scenario. So you are competing against them. So you have to project yourself as a senior expert, not in the DevOps and cloud space, but you are bringing some sort of experience. So first thing is to assess about your situation. Assess where you have spent your last 5 years, 4 years, whatever experience you bring on the table. What have you done in that so that you can have a better roadmap as to what sort of tools and technologies you should be learning. I'll talk about few such roles, will not be all the roles. So just see if that sort of is your role fits into that. Then you can comment and mention that, yes, my role fits there. It's a good advice or bad advice or whatever you feel like. If you want to know specific about your role, you can let me know in the comment. I'll try to make another video on that. Let's talk about someone who is managing some people, just doing day-to-day people management kind of work, or a project manager. They can look for a scrum master kind of role. They scrum master of a DevOps team. That sort of transition they can look at making their skills available by maybe doing some course on scrum master or that sort of thing. That's the low hanging for project management space. Somebody who is a network engineer or CCNA, there is a clear path that they should look at some sort of automation tools, be it Ansible, Terraform, and build a lot of skills on the cloud side. They don't need to focus a lot of on the application build, package, deploy, the security of the source code of the application. They need not focus on that. If they bring 5 years of network engineer sort of skills, they can look to build more skills in the cloud space, maybe adding a bit of automation to it. If somebody is working as a test automation engineer or testing expert in their last 4 or 5 years, then they should look at how DevOps can embrace this sort of automation tools, and how you can combine your knowledge of building test frameworks that are DevOps enabled. How you can embed your test frameworks into a DevSecOps pipeline where you can get the feedback immediately. So it could be building Selenium-based frameworks and making them containerized so that they are available in your pipelines and you can make use of them. So then you are an expert in test automation, and you are expert in the integrating those test automation frameworks in the DevOps pipeline. If you are a security expert, you have knowledge of some security incident management products. Why not expand that into full-fledged security products that fit into DevSecOps pipeline? A lot of security products don't fit into DevSecOps pipeline. They are isolated products. So they will monitor your network, monitor some sort of logs in the environment. Those are not very good fit for DevSecOps projects, but security products like Sneak, Veracode, Checkmarks, Sysdig, something container security. Those sort of products fit into the DevSecOps paradigm. So you can, as a security expert, expand that into building more knowledge on those security products. Objective is basically that you have already spent 5-6 years in the industry. That shouldn't be wasted. You should learn the right path, so you apply the right knowledge, and you don't compete with a lot of freshers and a lot of juniors that are in the industry. They have their own path. That's their struggle. They will deal with it. You don't have to be part of that crowd. Basically, just to isolate yourself from the crowd, you need to be slightly proactive, understand what's the right roadmap for your sort of skills, and still be relevant in the DevOps and cloud space. So that is what I wanted to talk about. And once you do that transition, right, look, very common advice, the very advice that I'm giving on daily basis, build some medium to complex projects in that space. There is no shortcut. There is no other way to learn DevOps and cloud. You can watch hundreds of videos uh, from your favorite YouTuber or any other content creator. But the only way to learn this area is to build complex projects that are used in the industry, where you can have a learning, as well as you can follow some good practices along with it, not just doing for the sake of doing. For example, I have seen a lot of people building an EC2 instance, and at max they will install an Nginx container or something user interface on top of it. That's all. But the real meat of any business application or any industry application is the database. They forget about that. They don't integrate their application with a database. I have seen a lot of business applications which run on batch jobs and all. They don't have a user interface, but database is always going to be there. Whether you mature into AI, ML, or any other space, data is always going to be there, and data will have to be treated differently from how you treat your presentation layer. So your database will eventually go into secure subnets, where you don't have routes available from public subnets directly, or from public internet directly. So it has to be treated differently. So if you talk about such scenarios which are beyond hello world, which are beyond very basic sort of scenarios, medium to complex projects is what I call them. Build those kind of projects, and if you are smart, you can justify your previous 4 or 5 years of experience, as well as add these small projects to your experience through participating in such projects, or doing such projects in your free time. And that can be your experience as well. So if you are smart, you can basically add those practice projects as your project experience. But it all depends how you project in your interviews and all. So build such projects. What I'm doing is I am conducting sort of 2 hours webinar on 1st of July. Link is in the description of this video, where I will give you some sort of specifications for a project that you should build, which will follow some good practices. Eventually, you are going to build it. You can present it to us for the community, and we can then put it on YouTube. Other people can learn from it, give their feedback. With that in mind, if you have time, join on 1st of July, and try to register for that webinar. And let's see how this initiative helps you and others. And do talk about your specific roles, and we'll do another video on that role as well. Thank you so much.